Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome to my live stream today. Today I'm going to be doing something extra special in this live stream. I call it Saturday Live Trivia Games. Now, I'm thinking, and as you see, I did some remodeling and updates. Today, I am thinking about, instead of just doing, because I've been doing a lot of Lego live streams lately, and I thought, let's do something else, a little bit more fun. I was like, why don't we play a game today in this live stream? A trivia game. I would like to call it something that we've all seen. Actually, Harry Potter. Now, let's see if I open this. Oh, these are. Please tell me that. All right. That's interesting. These were all gummies. I thought, I'm so sorry, everybody. These are all gummies. Hold on real quick. Let me see. Oh, here's some playing cards. Let's see if these are any. Wow, that's a bummer. I was gonna play. I was gonna play trivia. Oh, never mind. Here's we still can play Trivia Pursuit. Here's a Trivia Pursuit with Harry Potter. World of Harry Potter. So, let's get started. I guess I don't know exactly how to work the cards on here because I don't see like all the question, or I don't see the answers on the back of these. So I guess I'm just gonna have to just read what they say on there, and then all of you fans and members of mine can answer all the questions in comments below. All right. First one. What does the dark mark look like? Question 2 on card number 1. What phrase is etched into Harry's hand during his detention with Professor Umbridge? What book does Hermione take from the library to make Polyjuice potion? The core of Harry Potter's wand is made from what? When Professor Trelawney predicts servant, a master shall be reunited once more, she is referring to which servant? What creature does Mad Eye Moody use to teach the unforgivable curses? All right, let's see here. All right, card number 2. Hi, Tucker Kerwin. Welcome. Today we're playing a fun game. It's called Harry Potter Trivia Pursuit. And this was the cover right here of what we're playing. I thought I'd take your advice from the other day. I had to think about it, but I was like, you know what? The last 2 nights, I was like, you know what? Instead of doing a Lego live stream, why not do? I liked your feedback in your advice, and I was like, a couple of my fans actually really liked the idea. Other fans too liked the idea, and I was like, hey, why not? Why not? In this live stream, do a trivia pursuit, and I call it what you were referring, but I called it Saturday Trivia Game Day. All right, card number 2. And here's how this works in this trivia game. I read all the questions on each card, and I name card 1, card 2. Right now we're on the card 2. And at the end of each question, it's you fans all get to comment below on each card, like card 2, card 3, and so all the answers to the questions below. All right, this is going on to card number 2. Who kills Professor Dumbledore? That one was really sad. I remember in the movies. It was a very hard section to see. What time does the Hogwarts Express leave King's Cross Station on the first day of term? Which spell produces light from the end of a wand? What does Ron see when he looks into the mirror of Erased? I believe it's spelled. Who is the head or mistress of Beatston Academy of Magic? All right, you were right, Tucker Kerwin. It was Professor Snape. What is the name of Black Family House elf? All right, card 3. What does Ron drink in Professor Slughorn's office that has been poisoned? Which ghost appears at the first state of term feast with a sword in his hand? What is the effect of the Incidito spell? What does Professor Lupin give Harry to eat after the Dementor attack on the Hogwarts Express. I remember that one. Harry Potter was always passing out after he was in contact with those Dementors. And when he learned the spell, for an example, he's always going expect, and then you hear that like howling or that ghost. Who does Tonks? Oh, Mary. Where are Dudley and Harry when the Dementors attacked him or attacked them? All right, going on to card number 4. What signs a note left inside the fake locket Horcrux? However it said. What does Madam Madam Hooch teach at Hogwarts? What does Hermione use the spell protig prot or protego tele- Tolanum around the trials or campsite after they escaped the Ministry of Magic? How many turns does Dumbledore suggest Hermione give the time churner to go back and save Sirius? According to Aunt Muriel, what serious crime did Professor Dumbledore's father commit? What is the name of Hagrid's half brother? All right, going on to card number 5. Who sets Hagrid's hut on fire after Dumbledore has been killed? Which class does Hermione storm out of in her 3rd year at Hogwarts? What happens to Ron's Lilith disappearing from the Ministry of Magic? What color is the Weasley's flying car? Who is the only one of the 3 brothers from the the tale of the 3 brothers to voluntarily present himself to death during old age? What is the name of Ron's pet rat? All right, going on to card number 6. Where in Hogwarts is the Ravenclaw diadem Horcrux hidden? Which position does Ron Weasley secure on the Gryffindor Quidditch team? Accumancy is used to do what? What does Rita Skeeter, Skeeter use to write her interviews? Which of Ron's brothers married Fear Delacure? I'm not sure how to say his name exactly or how to pronounce it, but in what is the name of Harry's owl? All right. Card number 7. Who destroys the Horcrux diadem? Which school textbook is probably sorry, let me repeat that one again. Which school textbook is property of the Half-Blood Prince? What is the wrist movement that accompanies the levitation charm? What do the Weasley twins use to eavesdrop with a meeting of the Order of Phoenix? After Dumbledore's death, who writes an unofficial blography on him? What type of creature is Aragog? All right. Card number 8. What does Harry release in the seventh Horcrux? Who is chased through the Great Hall by a giant or by oh yeah, who is chased through the Great Hall by a giant fireworks dragon during an owl exam? What words does Siamus chant to try and turn water into rum? What color do the flames in the Goblet of Fire turn when selecting the champions? What is what is Ron Weasley's middle name? Who is Hagrid buying when Professor Slughorn and Harry will pay him a visit? Card number 9. Which Hogwarts professor is levitated above a table while Lord Voldemort holds a meeting with the Death Eaters? I think from now on, though, I'm going to say Voldemort instead. I think I'm going to just say Voldemort from now on. Let's see. Which teacher conducts the school choir? Name the spell Hermione uses to fix Harry's glasses. Sorry about the noises. I'm kind of having some off and on respiratory issues at the moment. Sometimes I get that quite frequently or it comes out of nowhere. I'm not sure lately like why it's doing that, but hopefully nobody is hearing that in the background, but I'm sorry. I can't help it. Anyway, back to where we were. What is special about the hourglass in Professor Slughorn's office? What is Grindelwald's first name? How does Ron make his spider Boggart funny? Hey there, the Brit Grew You. Here's how this works in this game. We're playing today Trivia Pursuit. World of Harry Potter. And I read questions off each card. I name each card, and then I read all the questions, and then everybody below can, in the comment section below or in the live stream or chat, can answer all the questions off each card number. Now we're going on to card number 10, I believe it is. All right, card number 10. In the dungeons of which house are Harry and his friends imprisoned after being captured by the Snatchers? What is the first name of Hogwarts founder Ravenclaw? What is the spell Ron uses to try to turn Scabbers yellow on his first ride on the Hogwarts Express? In which school year does Harry use the textbook Advanced Potion Making? Whose home do Harry and Hermione visit in Godrich Hollow? What two creatures does Voldemort use in the Battle of Hogwarts aside from Dementors? Card number 11. Who cast the dark mark into the sky once Dumbledore has been killed? Which student is approached by the snake that Draco Malfoy conjures during the dueling club? What does the spell Mors Mortuary will produce? Which means, or what means of trans transportation do Harry and Hagrid use during their escape from Private Drive or Privet Drive? What is Mad Eye Moody's first name? According to Luna, what is a what is a Rexpert? All right, card number 12. How does Harry Potter destroy Tom Riddle's diary? Which Ravenclaw soulmate from Hogwarts do Harry and Ron find in prison in the dungeons of Malfoy Manor? What is the name for the most powerful love potion in the world that Professor Slughorn introduces the class to his first lesson? Who became master of the Elder Wand after Gellert Grindelwald? How many times has Gild, Gilderoy Lockhart won which weekly's most charming smile award? What does Madame Maximum tell Hagrid that her horses drink? All right, card number 13. Which Horcrux does Harry find in Bellatrix Lestrange vault? Who hides the textbook belonging to the Half-Blood Prince on behalf of Harry? Which ministry official does Harry transform into using Polyjuice portion in order to enter the Ministry of Magic undetected? The Meritor's map was created by a group of friends formed of Wormtail, Padfoot, Prongs, and what is Nicholas Flamel profess what is Nicholas Flamel's profession? What form does Professor Snape's Patronus take? Card number 14. Who stole the locket Horcrux from the Black House after Sirius' death? On what night is the Yule Ball? Sorry, let me start over. On what night is the Yule Ball held at Hogwarts? What is the effect of the Defendo charm? What is the name of a red letter that bears an angry message as sent by Miss Weasley to Ron? What are dark wizard catchers known as? Why is Dobby able to a parrot in and out of Malfoy's manor? All right, card number 15. Which four Deaths Eaters join Draco Malfoy and Professor Snape on the roof in Hogwarts when he has cornered Dumbledore? Who is the first student to be sorted by the Sorting Hat during Harry's first year? Which spell does Hermione use to erase her parents' memory for their own safety? What object hangs in front of the window of the night bus periodically making comments? Who does Kingsley Shacklebolt act as a bodyguard for? How can a house elf be fred or be freed? losing some of my cards in the cushion. Let's see here. I think we're on to card number 16 now, I believe it is. Unless I lost a card or lost track. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully I got the number right. Hopefully this is card 16. Yeah, I think this is card number 16. How does Dumbledore make payment to gain passage for himself and Harry to the Horcrux cave? Who is Cho Chang's date to the Yule Ball? What is what is Felix Felicius also known as? Which family are thought to be the original owners of the Deathly Hallows? With whom was Professor Snape in love from childhood to the day of his death? Which creatures does Professor Lockhart introduce as part of his first defense against the Dark Axe lesson? Card number 17. Who is Narcia Malfoy's sibling? Why did Cellular Slytherin fall out with other founders of Hogwarts? What happens to the objects stored inside Bellatrix Lestrange vault when they are touched by Harry, Ron, and Hermione? Or Hermione? What did the youngest of the three brothers in the tale of the three brothers ask for as his gift from death? What is Crumb's what is Crumb's first name? What do Harry and Draco see a hooded figure during to a dead unicorn in the Forbidden Forest? Card number 18. When the Death Eaters take control of the Ministry, what title do they give Harry on the wanted posters? Who opened the Chamber of Secrets 50 years before Harry's second year at Hogwarts? Which one of these is not an unforgivable curse? A im- impero, B crucio C, or oh, or sectum sempra. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. What did the second of the three brothers in the tale of the three brothers ask for as his gift from death? Oh, I think I already asked that one. That's interesting. This must be that question looks like it's almost similar to on the same card or on another card. Could have sworn. Oh, that's interesting. How are Sirius Black and Bellatrix Lestrange related? What form did Lily Potter's Patronus take? Let's see here. I should have had a clipboard right here so I can write down all the card numbers as I go. So I don't have to keep going like that all the time, but I didn't do so when I first started. All right, let me see here. think I got this right. This is card number 20 now. All right, card number 20. Looks like this card has an answer on very similar to like I could have sworn this question right here that they're asking too on card number 20 was on one of my other cards, but I'm not sure. Who is chosen by Voldemort to kill Dumbledore? Which professor has a portrait of himself painting another portrait of himself in his classroom? What potion do the students have to brew to win a vial of Felix Fel- Felicius? Again, I could have sworn that question right there was on another one of the cards too, but I'm not sure. How does Harry Potter catch his first snitch? What is what is Gregor Olvich profession? What pet did Lily Potter give Professor Slughorn? All right. I think this was uh what is this? Card number 21? I don't know. I just lost track. It's hard to keep track anymore. We'll just say that this is card number 21 now. How old was Tom Riddle when he first opened the Chamber of Secrets? When Professor Snape takes over Lupin's defense against the dark arts lesson, he teaches the class about what type of creature? Which spell causing the subject to grow larger is used by Professor Moody on a spider when demonstrating the unforgivable curses? What does Ron use to find his way back to Harry and Hermione after he abandons them during their hunt for Horcruxes, however it's said? What is the name of Harry's second son? How do Harry and his friends travel to London in order to save Sirius Black? Card number 22. Which Death Eater trial does Harry see when he first looks into Dumbledore's pensieve? What subject does Professor Slughorn teach? What memory does Harry Potter or does Harry draw upon to conjure a Patronus during his lesson with Professor Lupin? Who retrieves the sword of, of, of Gryffindor from the lake? Gwinnett Jones is the captain of which Quidditch team? Which creature does Harry see in the shadows just before the night bus arrives? I just sworn that one was also on another card, another one of these cards already. All right. What card number was I already on? Was I on card number 23? Going on 2024 or hold on real quick, just bear with me. I should be going to go get a clipboard so I can keep track of each card number because I just lost track again. I don't know. This to make it easier, it's just starting to get kind of complicated. How about I just for the rest of the card game, because it's hard for me to keep track. I'll just say next card or something instead of numbering them anymore. It's just getting too difficult. Unfortunately, I should have gotten a clipboard to keep track of the numbers, but to make it easier on my brain, my mind, and all that, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say I'm just gonna start reading like questions on these cards, and I'm not gonna say card numbers anymore. If you fans and members want to name all the next cards yourself, the next card numbers all for me, that would be fine. Otherwise, for the rest of this live stream or in cards, in trivia cards, I'm just gonna ask the questions, and I'm not gonna say the card numbers anymore. If you fans and members want to keep track of the card numbers for me, you can. Feel free. Um, answering the questions is fine. Remember, it's all about having fun. I'm gonna see if I can kick back too, and I'm trying hard to look down. Like I said, I have so many humongously bright lights in my eyes. It's really been hurting my eyes a lot again, and you'd think I'd be used to it. But sometimes it's very hard on my eyes compared to other times. Well, anyway, back to the Harry Potter Trivia Pursuit game. I'm gonna try to kick back a little bit. Actually, maybe sit back like this a little bit. Put the cards right here. Put that on my studio chair. What is Tom Riddle's middle name? And I could have sworn on the cards that this was on one of the other cards as well. Here it's there's so many of these cards, it's hard knowing anymore. But they shouldn't have any of the same questions on any of the other cards except for one each. But again, I'm not 100% sure. If any of you fans and members notice any of the same questions on different cards, I apologize for that, but it's hard knowing. And also, I did not make the card game. So we'll just have to make the best of what we have. Which teacher stands up to Professor Snape before the Battle of Hogwarts? Who binds the unbreakable vow between Professor Snape and Narcissa Malfoy? What object has the power to destroy Hor- Horcruxes because it Im- because it imbibed, however it's spelled, basilisk venom in the Chamber of Secrets? Who is the Ministry of Magic after Cor Cornelius Fudge? What type of dragon does Cedric face in the first task of the Triwizard tournament? What is the first ingredient Wormtail uses in Voldemort's rebirth potion? What is Professor Flitwick's first name? Here's one that you all might know. Who vomits slugs when his spell accidentally backfires? In which spell book does Harry find a handwritten note that says the book is the property of the Half Blood Prince? Who saves Harry Potter from drowning in the frozen lake in the forest of Dean? What creatures are brought from Romania from Romania from the first task of the twice twice award tournament? Who kills Cedric Diggory on Voldemort's orders? Who creates the Slug Club? Who instructs the Hogwarts suits of armor to defend the castle using Pyrotontum or Locotum or Locomotor during the Battle of Hogwarts? Which one of the three Deathly Hollows symbol represents the invisibility cloak? What is Albus Dumbledore's full name? Which creature threatens Harry, Ron, and Hermione at Gringotts? Which items make up the Deathly Hallows? What is the name of the bandits who work for the Death Eaters once are in control of the Ministry? Who was the headmaster of Hogwarts when the Chamber of Secrets was first opened? What is the name of the reverse spell effect that happens when twin wand cores duel as occurred between Harry and Voldemort in the graveyard? Where did Mundungus Fletcher steal the Horcrux locket from? Harry's first apparagates alongside whom? Why do the Dementors board the Hogwarts Express? Uh, who does Voldemort think the Elder Wand belongs to after he releases it? After he releases it, does not belong to Dumbledore. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta grab something a second. Grab the. Let's see here. I think I did that one. Who is the keeper and keys in grounds at Hogwarts? What spell does Hermione use to open the cell where Sirius Black is being held in the Dark Tower of Hogwarts? In whose vault is the sword of a Gryffindor believed to be hidden? Which Ministry of Magic employee does Hermione impersonate when the trio infiltrate the Ministry? Let's see here. Yeah, I think some of these cards seem like they're asking the same questions as some of the other ones. They should all be separate. I'm just noticing that. I'm just like looking through some of these, see which ones. Let's see. What is the study or what is the study of wands called? That one just seems like there's. Oh, this one looks like, oh, this one I don't think has questions like some of the other ones. Some of these cards look like they have a repeat on them. Which is the first Horcrux Harry destroys? Again, I'm not sure if that question was on one of the other cards or trivia cards or not. I'm noticing that that some of these cards it looks like they repeat some questions twice on on some of these other cards like trivia cards, and it's getting me confused. I hope I'm not asking the same questions off the off new cards like twice. When do young wizards and witches lose the trace? What make and model is Harry's first broom? Anybody know? What relation are Albus and Aberforth Dumbledore or Aberforth Dumbledore? The Grim is an omen of what? Yes, it definitely looks like some of these cards are duplicated or something. I'm not really understanding that one. Ah, this one looks like this one actually might be a different card though. But I'm noticing, like I said, it looks like some of these cards, like brand new and all that, it looks like some are being like written like twice or repeating twice on separate cards. Who confiscates the locket Horcrux from Mun, Mundungus Fletcher? Who is Nerval Longbottom's date well, for the Yule Ball? I don't know why that thing is like coming up. Well, Gilman's is the spell used to do what? What does Ron use to destroy the Horcrux locket? I don't know. What these cards though? What are they doing? Do they have duplicates in this on these Trivia Pursuit like cards or something? I'm not sure. It almost seems like I might be reading the same questions on these cards twice, but I still am not sure. I hope not. Which members of the Order of Phoenix are at the Burrow when it is burnt down by Death Eaters? I remember this one in the in one of the Harry Potter movies. Who let the troll into Hogwarts Castle during the Hollow the Hollow End feast? Anybody know? Let's see here. Why does Voldemort kill Professor Snape? To try to become the master of the Eager Wand, or B, because he thinks Professor Snape is a traitor, or C, because Professor Snape might become more powerful than him. What do you all think? Which spell does Harry use to break the ice on the frozen lake in order to retrieve the sword of Gryffindor? What item does Mad Eye Moody have in his office to help him keep track of his enemies? What is Mr. Flinch first name? The Weasley fireworks take the form of what creature when they chase Professor Umbridge from the exam room? All right. What is the name of the orphanage in which Professor Dumbledore finds Tom Riddle? What subject does Professor Sprout teach at Hogwarts? Who uses the Patroclus Telosos spell on Neville or to immobilize him and leave the Gryffindor tower? What are the initials on the note from the fake or Horcrux or Horcrux? Or who has the first? Who has the first name Dolores? What musical instrument do Harry, Ron, and Hermione find playing near Fluffy? That's a good one. For those of you that seen that one of the Harry Potter movies, that one you all might know. I'll repeat this question again. What musical instrument do Harry, Ron, and Hermione find playing near Fluffy? Anybody know? Let's see here. Oh, that fake stuff right there. Ugh. He meant loves. Here we go. What potion does Professor Umbridge want to use to make Harry tell Dumbledore's whereabouts? What saves Ron's life after he drinks a glass of poisoned med? Or mead? What is the first name of Luna Lovegood's father? What is Fluffy? That's an interesting question. Which former Hogwarts professor is the head of the Muggleborn Registration Commission? What type of animal does Hagrid buy Harry as a birthday present in the diagonal or diagonal alley? What object has actually no, I that one I read already. I'm not sure what trying to see. Just bear with me for a second. I'm trying to see what it's like I still keep thinking off and on that some of these trivia cards by Harry Potter are repeat are are repeating certain questions on the on different cards like twice. And I'm just trying to look real quick. I don't know. We could try this one. I don't think this one has any of the same questions as some of the other like trivia cards did. It's hard to know anymore, but I'm very convinced that some of these cards are duplicates with the same like questions. And I just sure hope that I'm not like viewing or like asking the same questions off some of these trivia cards twice on this live stream. But I'm very suspicious that some of them were. But I don't think this one is. What is the name of Voldemort's pet snake? What is the name of the train that transports students to Hogwarts? Who does Professor Slughorn call the Prince of Potions? What must one say to reveal the contents of the Marauders map? Which member of the Order of Phoenix has scars running down his face because of an encounter with Fenrir Greyback, the werewolf, or the werewolf? Werewolf, yeah. What is the name of Argus Fil- Phil- Filch's cat? What? Some of these are definitely. Just bear with me for a second again. I'm so sorry about that. I'm flipping through a lot of these other cards so far that are supposed to be new that I haven't like read off of yet, and I'm just trying to see. Uh, I don't know. We could try this one. I have no idea if this one has any of the same questions or anything or not, or if this is another duplicated card or duplicate or. I'm probably gonna have to sort through a lot of these other ones later. Let's see here. Who tells Harry and Ron that Hagrid didn't open the Chamber of Secrets? How many duplicate Harrys are created to aid in Harry escape from Privet Drive? What is the name of an enchanted object used to travel from one place to another? Which Hogwarts student does Arino Dumbledore bring to Harry, Ron, and Hermione through her portrait? What type of creature does Hagrid introduce his students during his first class? Let's see here. Ah, here we go. I don't think this one has any. Let's see. When Harry and Dumbledore are in the cave, what has to happen to the water in the well to get to the Horcrux at the bottom? According to Professor Dumbledore, a potion made from what magical plant will revive the petrified Miss Norris? What charm does Hermione put on her bag so she could store so much in there when they are on the run? Think I might need to get some water in a second. I got something like really tight in my chest and in my throat all of a sudden. What teacher gives Hermione a time turner so she can attend more than one class at the same time? Which old school friend published an obituary about Dumbledore? The letter Harry receives from Hogwarts says that he can bring either an owl, a cat, or a blank. What medicine does Madame Pomfrey or, or Pomfrey give to Harry to regrow the bones in his arms? What petrified animal do Harry, Ron, and Hermione find hanging by her tail in the corridor? Well, well, everyone, it's been fun. I think I'm probably gonna. I think I'm probably gonna end this live stream and or wrap this up in a second. Thank you all for coming. It looks like a lot of my fans did not end up coming. I don't even know right now if anybody is still like watching this live stream or not. The live stream chat has hardly moved for some time now, and I thought I would give this a try. I've never done a trivia game or live stream before, and I but one of my fans had a good idea that they gave me the other day, or that they would like to see me do. So I thought too that it was a good idea, so I thought I would try it. But I don't know how many like fans were interested in this trivia game live stream, and I'm not sure if I'll make another one or not unless all of you fans and members want me to do so. But as for this as for this trivia game night or game or Saturday game trivia live stream, I don't know how much interest that everybody had for sure. And I just think that I'm gonna kind of wrap this live stream up short this time. I have some other things that I probably should be getting done and doing, and it's been fun. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your afternoon or your day, a wonderful evening, and a wonderful night. And thank you so much again. Like, comment below. If you are new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Electrical Expert 41. And that and also make sure that you like, give the thumbs up, and comment down below for any kind of feedback, questions, comments, or anything else that you want to post down below in the comment section below. And make sure you you click on that bright shiny bell and set your notifications to all notifications so you all get alerted whenever I post new videos or go live. And usually I go live stream every single day except for Tuesdays. And and thank you again, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And for my next live stream, I'm not sure if I'll go back to Lego building live streams, or it depends on what all of you members and fans would like to see. I'm not so sure what you all thought about the first game live stream today that I did, but if you would like another one, I could do so. If not, we I can go back onto Lego building live streams or whatever you members and fans would like. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful evening. Bye.